So, hey guys, Chauzu here. There's just hours left until the 9th anniversary treasure map against Momo begins, and during this treasure map we'll be able to farm the newest resource added to One Piece Treasure Cruise, which is the alternating pen, which has some similarities with the ink we've been using to enhance artwork of characters, but this item actually has some in-game ramifications, which means that this is an actual valuable resource that should not be spent randomly. But if we go to Evolve, we can search for Yamato and click on Luffy Yamato. We will see that in order to get their alternate artwork, which is the exact same unit just with a different skin basically, it should even have the same in-game sprite. It's just the artwork that is changed. We need to collect 5 of these alternating pens, and if we check the artwork, it's pretty cool, but like everything else is exactly the same. And even if it says evolve, it's not like we evolve into something better. It's more like it's an art side grade, to say the least. One thing to note though is that Luffy Yamato is number 3877 with this art, while the normal art is number 3878. And this is not unimportant, we'll get to that in a bit. But if we go to treasure map, we can read about how we're able to get these alternating pens. And it's only for the New World League. Here at the top it says, special treasure chests on bonus maps. One of the rainbow treasure chests found on the bonus map will contain a special treasure. On New World League, you will have a very rare chance to even obtain an alternating pen. So the way that reads is that it's like one singular treasure every bonus map that has a chance to have alternating pen. That's how I read it, at least. That sounds very weird. You wouldn't think anyone will be able to get 5 alternating pens there, but we have to wait and see. But basically, if you're in New World on the bonus map, you have a chance to get alternating pen, and if you get 5 of them, you're able to change the art of your character into the alternate art. So for now, this is the only way we know how to get alternating pen. We'll see, is this for every treasure map? Will they add it to other events as well? Like maybe, going to sound like a joke, but what if they add it to Kizuna? Like as if they'd ever changed Kizuna? Well, you know that I'm very unhappy with how they treat Kizuna in terms of rewards, but yeah, I don't really think that will happen anyway. But yeah. But why is alternating pens valuable? Well, as we pointed out before, by having alternate artwork, you get a different number. And this means that you have the potential to use the same unit together. We have 2 main examples. Let's get to them. Like if we go back to treasure map and we scroll down and we look at the boosters, you will see that this booster list has Luffy Yamato twice. That's because you can use Luffy Yamato on one team, but you can also use the alternate art for Luffy Yamato on another team. And that's pretty crazy, right? Like, if you were lucky to pull the alternate art Luffy Yamato and then you pull a dupe, you're able to use Luffy Yamato for the main boss, but then you can use them again for the ulti fight, where they are actually pretty good for that. Maybe even the yak fight. Having an extra Luffy Yamato just for those fights is like a godsend. And not only that, it also means that you get extra points. Like if you ever want to rank higher, for example, in treasure map, having this massive extra boost can make the difference. If you, for example, want to do 150 rounds, 200 rounds, it can add up a lot, despite mini bosses not being the biggest deal in terms of points. So definitely, if you think you will ever potentially try and rank in a big treasure map, do save the alternate pens until you have the opportunity to make use of it. Like you pulled 2 copies of the newest Hyper Super Sugo, and you can use one to get an alternate artwork, and by doing that you can get a lot of extra points in treasure map and just make better teams. That's a lot better than like using it on this Luffy Yamato, who, well, won't be that great in treasure map in the future. There is also one other mode to consider, which is everybody's favorite mode, is the Grand Party. Because obviously in Grand Party, we can use different teams, but we can't use the same unit on, like Yamato here, for example. We can't use the Int Yamato again, but if we search for Yamato here, we are able to use the Sai Yamato, which is just a different ID. That's the only difference. Otherwise, they are very similar, of course. But it will be the same with Luffy Yamato with normal art and alternate art. So this means that there might be a case for Luffy Yamato to be used for Grand Party, because Luffy Yamato are obviously strong in PvP. So being able to use Luffy Yamato in 2 teams could be viable. This is a bit of a side thing, but I'm not totally sold on Luffy Yamato in PvP yet. I know that the new Sanji helped make free speed a lot better, and Zoro might change it even more. But in a vacuum, like a unit like Roger Viper is so crazily much better than Luffy Yamato. But I let history be the judge of that. That's just my own personal opinion. But yeah. As for me, I will farm this treasure map. I doubt I will get 5 alternate pens. I might not even get any. But one thing I will say is that if I do get enough, I will save them. And I will make sure that I always have 5 alternate pens, in case a situation, of course, occurs where I can get legit in-game use out of it. Like, it's a big difference from the effects with the ink. Like, if I just pick this Luffy here. Like, as you see, I do hoard these. And the only reason I hoard these is because they have no value in-game. It doesn't matter. Like, the only reason I'm saving this is that maybe in the future they get some value. So why use them before they have any value? So I'm not really a big thing for like cosmetic stuff, but this is not cosmetic. Like, using alternate pen is an actual choice. You should consider it carefully before using. But yeah, good luck in the treasure map. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.